And you look at the New Zealand side, rare start for jersey number 7, Lewis Ormond, 21-year-old, made his debut in Hong Kong and has been given a limited amount of game time, but with the injuries to Mickelson, Dixon, and also Ioane on the bench, so Gordon Titchens has gone with the young man. And for Scotland, really, Colin Gregor, who appeared in 3 Rugby World Cups, is going to be the inspiration that Scotland need in this match. Special moment for Sinobu Ki, chosen as the ball boy for this occasion. He's gone past the halfway. You can stop right there if you like. Sinobu's going to take the ball right to the sideline. So there he's gone. He might end up in the stand. Yeah, special moment. Here's the team's weight. He's doing a lap of honour. And the team's now brought out onto the field. New Zealand in the all-black strip, Scotland in the alternative pink and the blue strip. There you can see Sam Dixon with the tracksuit on, the injury from yesterday. And you look at the way that they've got themselves into this position, New Zealand losing to Canada, but then beating France 19-12, and the Scots, after losing to South Africa in the Cup quarter-final by 22 points to 0, beat the hosts, Japan, by 14 points to 5. Luke Pearce from England to officiate his 53rd match. Game number 43 of 45 here in Tokyo, Japan. Yep. Bodine Waka with the nice high start. And the bounce here from the Scots. Jones gets it out to Mayatavo, and New Zealanders get there and try and force him into touch, but he's thrown the ball back in play. Forbes is holding down. They've got to release him with the tackle. And there's the explanation from the English referee, joined by former Scottish captain Scott Hastings. And I've got your surname right, Scott, which is one thing. Can the Scots win this game?
It's going to be a real test. Scotland have never beaten New Zealand in 7-a-side or 15-a-side rugby. And this is a real yardstick for them. And it'll just be a measure of their progress to see how close they can get and even turn over New Zealand. Canada have shown earlier on how you do it. And but it's Scotland, it's all about ball retention. We know their passing game is so good. They create good opportunities. It's whether they can execute and get across the whitewash.
Colin Gregor, you see, with the ball in hand, just 7 short of the record points set by Fijian Waisali Serevi, as Collier goes high in the line out to win the ball against the throw. And now Curry being used out in the midfield there. Joe Weber with a lovely bit of footwork. He's got the angle now. The big wide pass on the inside goes to ground and bounces up perfectly for Waka. Can't get away from the attention of Robertson, and Hoyland with the tackle, holding on to the ball.
Well, I think Waka's injured here. He took a huge knock in the last game against Canada, and I don't think that calf is going to last anymore. I think Waka, well, if he stays on, I'll be amazed, but he just refuses to go off. He had that one iced at the back end of the game against Canada, that game that New Zealand lost by 15 points to 19.
There is Colin Gregor. Saw his stats earlier. 2 tries here in Hong Kong, 10 points to add to a massive total of 84 tries, 86 tries now. And a number of conversions. Let's see if he can get the second throw right. No problem with that. The hooker throws and then loops around. Ball not really finding anybody, so Christine says, let's just rubber kick the ball deep into the New Zealand half and check that calf of Bodine Waka. That's okay for the time being. Getting back very, very quickly is Collier. Beats the first tackle. Now to the captain, Forbes. Forbes with the offload. Defend. Ormond is there. Counter-ruck coming in from the Scots, and it's a good counter-ruck too because they've stolen it. Collier is there, and all he can do is claim the ball. Ormond, big wide pass out to Curry, playing in that unusual first receiver position. Here's Stowers now trying to create some space for Webber. Webber trying to go on the outside of Jones. Jones just ankle taps and gets to his feet. The offload here, Stowers in support as always. And Sherwin Stowers will race around to score his 6th try in Tokyo. Try number 93 in his career.
Yeah, Sherwin Stowers there. Great running angles. His pass and support play is what marks him out as a great player. And on the wide outside trap, well, Lee Jones came in with the tackle on Joe Webber. But look at the pop-up time of Webber. Pops it over Hoyland, but the support player so often so important within sevens. Dots the ball down between the sticks.
He's been one of the best for New Zealand over the weekend. Sherwin Stowers. Good tactic by Scotland to ask questions in their own half, to kick the ball, and Bodine Walker, and then it was Dylan Collier and the work from Collier and Forbes and Cope. And Scott Curry, what a player, and what the versatility that we have. We're so used to seeing him out in the forwards, but on this occasion, he's being used in the backs as the restart. As there, reaching high was Riddell. Brings the ball down with the attention of DJ Forbes, and Forbes has won New Zealand a penalty.
Colin Gregor suggesting to Luke Pearce that the ruck had formed and that it was Forbes handling in the ruck, but well, Luke Pearce closer to the action than I am.
And the man to watch will be Joe Webber. He'll make the decision as to where the ball goes and what the play is. He decides to just take the direct approach, set a target in midfield, and now Forbes comes running right. Curry quickly out to Stowers. Stowers now going back on the arc. There's a gap there. Quickly closes down as over the top goes Forbes again. Curry has the ball in his hands. Collier. Ormond with his first touch. Good footwork from Ormond as well. And so New Zealand have been very patient in this build-up. They've scored 1 try in the game. Curry carries and gets the ball over the advantage line. Collier is there again. He's offside as Mark Robertson. And that's a silly penalty to give away in this position. The quick tap from Ormond. Ormond, he's got players on the right side. Stowers, one player to beat, beats the first and dives over. Second try for New Zealand and Sherwin Stowers. And New Zealand have now scored 3,000 points, 600 tries in the World Series.
Well, he's been such an asset once again. Stepped inside the tackle of Damien Hoyland, I think it was, for Scotland. Hoyland just mistimes it as a winger. Well, you do get exposed and you do get put under the microscope in sevens. And Scotland missing 2 tackles and conceding 2 tries.
Try number 600 for New Zealand. Mark up. Oh, he struck that beautifully. No problems with the calf when it comes to conversions.
He is limping around this pitch, but he just refuses to go off. And he is a player that really has impressed me since he came into this New Zealand team, the Taranaki boy.
It's not the final that New Zealand would have wanted to be playing in, but nonetheless it is points and a little bit of silverware. As Waka gets it high, Hoyland, Damien Hoyland receives the kickoff, and now for some support from Mark Robertson. Robertson trying to make up for the penalty that he gave away that led to the try. And now they get it wide to Dean. Chris Dean, this is much better from Scotland. Dean waiting for the support, comes in the form of Gregor. Gregor back into Dean. 5 short, good tackle there from Webber. Curry is there, can't play at it. And Bodine Walker coming back from an offside position.
You know, both Scott Curry and Waka were both offside there, and if Scotland get the ball, they've got an opportunity to score.
Here's Colin Gregor, and now they're going to shift it along the line. Trying to get it wide. They've got players here. The dummy, the show, and the go from Lee Jones. Scotland strike back right on half-time.
Oh, I like that try. Lee Jones so positive there. He set off like a, well, rabbit out the trap, wasn't he? look at this, ball in two hands, shows the dummy, splits the New Zealand defence, and that gives Scotland a little bit of confidence at half-time.
Good dummy cut run there from Joe Nayathovu as well. He's the one that put the defence in two minds, didn't know really who was going to take the ball, and another conversion to add to Colin Gregor's total. Half-time here in Tokyo. New Zealand 2 converted tries to Scotland's 1 and lead by 14 points to 7.
And New Zealand 14.